What's going on, good people? This is it. We're back. Summoner with the Sumners. Damon.
Katoya.
We're in the building here. Thanks so much for checking us out. We're excited. We're gonna do a two. We're gonna go ahead and give you a heads up, a little tease. This is a two-part.
It is two-part.
Two parts. We're talking about relationship myths. We had a chance to see a lot of people throw in some responses on social media.
Yeah.
So appreciate you.
Yeah.
So
you guys are kind of building this based on your feedback. So it's important to give us some of that. So make sure you're checking us out on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow us individually at KD Sumner, at Damon Jr. too. Make sure you follow at Sum It Up Sumners on Instagram. Know us. Put us in your feed. And this way we can get feedback from you as we talk more into our episodes.
Definitely. Always, please also consider rating and review us. We got another review this week. It's our third one. Excited about this one here.
It's our third one to review.
Yes,
Not only 3 reviews.
No, we got
Shout out to you guys giving us those reviews.
Big
Appreciate
facts.
it.
This one comes from a friend I know personally, great comedian in Atlanta, Mark Kendall. He says, give it a listen. It's great.
Straight and simple.
Boom.
Thanks, Mark.
We don't need paragraphs.
That's it.
Simple, straight to the point. 5 stars.
Give it a listen. It's
great. That's it.
That's it. It doesn't matter. Just give it a listen. It's great. That's what I keep trying to tell people.
That's all we need to know for sure.
Mark, you're on the same page with me.
Check us out for that as well. Also, YouTube, subscribe. Right now, our goal for September is to get 200 subscribers. I think we're close to that. I think we're finna hit 100. So take 2 minutes, subscribe. Full episodes in video format. You want to see the side eyes I give Katoya. You want to see our body language. You want to see the giggles. You want to see the smile with the teeth. Check us out. Follow us on YouTube for that.
Absolutely.
And then what else? There's one more.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. So Patreon is where you get to come in and have a little bit more conversation with us with exclusive content. So definitely become a patron on Patreon. We do want to highlight a new patron that we have, my very own mother, Vicky. Hi. Yes, the mother. Yes, the family support. Come through, Mom.
Come on, Mama.
I do appreciate that. We appreciate that. And it is our goal to always highlight those who are following us on Patreon as a patron. So thank y'all so much for your support. We greatly appreciate it. Special shout out to Demetrius as well.
Hey.
The support. We love it. Thank y'all so much. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Let's get into this.
Let's get into this.
This is good.
It was good. It was just a question Damon threw out there, and it was like, this has some weight. People really, there's a lot of myths to be had about the value of relationships.
Yeah. Well, myths are always interesting because there's so many concepts, so many misconceptions, so many he say, she say, they say things that go not just with relationships, but specifically since that's what we're talking about. And yeah, it was really interesting to see a lot of things that you guys were throwing out there. I found interesting. A lot of things I definitely agree with. But we're going to see. This. We haven't really discussed this. Yeah. I'm going to let you in too much together. So I'm excited to hear what you got to say.
Okay.
Because clearly...
Damon prefers it that way.
I do.
I'm like, hey, well, okay, so like maybe about... Okay, so this one... He's like, no, say that.
Say that.
I mean, it is kind of true because you can say one thing and then you come back and you're like, oh, man, that was good the first time.
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
It's a little bit more organic. So you're getting us organically.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
That other week with the money when we did the 1, 2, 3, that was real.
Yeah, that was bad.
We still got to talk about that.
It was me. It was me. I was way too low.
She was way too low.
Yeah, I just spent $50.
Here we go. Topic. Myth number 1. Myth number 1. Opposites attract. Opposites attract. Myth. Off top, what do you think? Is that a myth? Opposites attract? How true is it, maybe?
It's layered a little, right? Like, I was talking to someone recently about it because I used to have a really good friend and we were very similar. And I used to think, man, if I could just find a guy just like her, she's not even really my friend anymore.
Whoops.
I don't know what happened there, but the reality is, I thought because we were so compatible, we had such a good time that we would be so great and blah 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 blah. Like just that, like if I could find a male version of her, it would be on and popping. But it didn't even work out in a friendship. And so I say like we were the same, so I thought we needed to attract. But it turns out that there is some truth to the reality that someone a little bit different to you could be more intriguing. However, on the flip side of that, that means a lot of work.
Yeah, I think it is layered. I think if we're being honest, more than likely there's probably two sides to the coin, right? Where you talked about that. I think what's interesting is where the opposites lie. Where are the opposites?
How big are they?
Like,
what is this?
What type of tier are we talking? We talking about like primary stuff?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like big stuff with like worldview, like philosophy on life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe faith. Maybe it's just kind of morality, maybe just anything big, important, family, no family, things of that nature.
Personality is where I go to,
right?
Though, because I like more reserved people, and Damon is actually an introvert, surprisingly, as a comedian and all of that. But like he will go in, and sometimes I'm like, sometimes I don't, I'm like, oh, I just need a little bit more, But he can turn it on and turn it off, and I value that. Like it's not exactly me kind of always being on. That would be probably annoying actually. But to give me a little bit and then to be able to pull back. So I think there's something to find more of like a balance attracts, right? Like somebody that can come into you a little bit, but then also you can push back a little bit. So I do think there's a straight opposite. I know some people, I call them, that's not my person.
That's what she said. If you got that person or two, probably at your job or in your family, your friends, you just get in the car after you talk, that's not my person.
That's not my person.
That's not my person.
I'm like, I'm sure people really love them. And I could very well not be someone person too. And it's okay. And like, that would be an opposite. And I clearly am not attracted to that person because I just walked out and said, you know what, that's not
my person.
My person.
Yeah. I think the personality is big. Like when you talk about primarily introverted, extrovert, like we like to call it complementary angles. Couture and I would like to be complementary angles. And so there's this give and take, push and pull where I just want to kind of chill, lay back. I'm finna get in this bubble bath, read this book, throw these candles up, and I'm chilling. Whereas someone else go like, hey, we finna go hit this, pre-pandemic, we finna go hit this house party, we finna go to this cookout, kind of hang out, have a good time or whatever, be around a bunch of people, right? And so there's got to be a little bit of both where we're kind of, it's almost in a sense of where we're, and if I feel to a degree of like helping each other, like continue to just,
Right, there's a balance.
Yeah, like you slow down a little bit, but also, hey, let's have a little spontaneity, let's have a little more fun.
And even if I think about just take a moment. Think about the best parts of you. Right? And you say, oh, I would love to have the person that's the best parts of me. It's the same exact person, right? And then you think about the worst parts of you. And if you had the same worst parts of you.
So we always think about the positives.
Yeah.
But the same negatives?
Oh my gosh, you guys have learned us. We both be dwellers if we were Damon.
We both be dwellers.
Who's helping there, right? But when you do have opposites, it just takes a lot of work because you're constantly like, I don't get you. How many relationships or people you talk to just are like, ooh, I just don't understand them. Like, and when I get there with Damon, because there are moments when I'm just like, that just don't even make no sense to me that you thought like that. Like, seriously. Love you. And I'm just like that. And it's like, it is gripping to me. Because I'm like, for the most part, we're on the same page. But when we're on two different pages.
We're like.
But how we get here?
How? We're talking about like something like not big. This ain't like universal mind, but it's like small stuff.
Yeah. But they say common sense ain't common or whatever. Like, what we think is like, it's from your perspective, right? And so I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying opposites don't attract or they do. Just saying, be ready to put in the work when they are opposite. And then on the flip side, if you're the same, think about your best and think about your worst and think about what's going to have to happen in order to
I'm
be
be honest,
great.
I've never even thought about thinking about my worst.
Oh my
gosh. I always think about the best. Oh, okay, he going to be on time.
Yeah.
All right, he going to iron his clothes. He going to take care of the family. All positive. We always think about we David in the story, not Goliath. It's like, no. Flip that though. Flip that. All right, so he don't clean the shower. Okay. All right.
I don't really clean.
Okay, huh.
Okay, so neither our house going to be dirty.
He don't like doing dishes. He's just like, all right. Oh, so he just going to dwell. So he ain't going to have no conflict resolution for 2 days?
Yeah. Oh, okay. She don't really like to go out, and I don't really like to go out. I guess we're just gonna sit inside. It's just there's something about a little bit of push and pull. So I do think I personally I'm not really attracted to people and attracted to my husband. So I think about this in like meeting new people and friendships. Yeah. I'm just like I love shout out to Jennifer Williams. I love her. She's one of my really good friends, and she's not opposite because we can come into the middle, but I love that she's more reserved and wonderful to engage in conversation, but not naturally just gonna go give out and go like that. Like I love being her friend because of the opposites, right? But that even means a lot in a friendship, to a dating relationship, marriage relationship. There is something to say for opposites attraction. It sounds like I'm almost saying I do think that there is some attraction to be had in opposites, but I do believe that there has to be a real big moment of understanding in that, because it's going to get on your nerves at some point.
Sure. And I think one thing of the understanding is that, are we really valuing the other person's different attributes? Like, are we finding the value and the appreciation for the differences? Like, that's something that, all right, because I thought I was an extrovert until I started being in a relationship with Katoya Sumner. I thought I'm just out here, high school dude, bang, bang, in the streets. What's up? Laugh.
And that's what it was.
And that's what
what's up? Laugh. That is not.
Get in, get out. And then I got with her, and she was just always here, like in a positive, just always here. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to talk for the rest of the day, really. I just want to chill and just relax and let's go home and just kind of do nothing on the couch. Yeah. And so
that's a difference.
But that appreciation and that value, I was like, oh, okay, no, that's a highlight. That's something to feel warm and for people to feel welcomed and people to feel like you are going to be there to be encouraging or whatever the case may be. I was like, dang, I value that about you. And I understood that. So, it was like, all right, okay. Yeah. We different, but I like you though.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's good. It's good.
You gotta listen.
It's good. I can do good and bad, but it's good.
Opposites matter, and I think there's tiers though.
Yeah, there are. Right? It depends. It just depends. Like you can't go big old opposite on like those major things. Like
major things, small things, music. Okay, you into polka? That's cool. We won't listen to anything in the car at all. That's fine. All. That's fine.
Actually, we just learn to ride in silence or listen to some of the Sumners. Ooh, I've been driving a lot, y'all. I've been needing a good podcast.
What do you think about vegans in a meat eater? You think they start dating? You think
if the vegans weiged in, like I'm sure they'd be like, I'm converting, folks. They like Christians. Vegans are like, you better. They try to act subtle about it, right? But then it's not true.
What do you
it's not
for dinner.
Oh, yeah, no, that's disgusting. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Especially those extreme
I think it would be difficult. I do think they're always trying to be, make conversions. And I understand. But I do think it could be difficult. But it's, again, something that you respect. I actually know a friend who, she was in a relationship. She's married. And she's been vegan forever. Like since they've been married. And her husband just started eating in this way, but it wasn't based on her. I don't know if she cooked for both of them or how it went down, but she would cook her meals and maybe he would eat some of them, but some type of way, someone at work was the person to be like, yo, you got to get on this vegan diet, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oh, that's a whole different.
Because I think it did feel like a good gut punch. Like, okay, somebody at work had to tell you about that, and I've been living this lifestyle, this whole time. So I don't know. Maybe it's possible if you're vegan and you are, in a relationship with someone who does not follow that same dietary plan. I would be intrigued to know how that fully works or does it work well. But I do think those are differences. But some people no, if you, because they believe in saving the animals, they would probably be like, this doesn't work because you're killing the animals.
Give me some for that pork chop. Listen, yeah, I'm out here in these streets. What? I'm going to have pizza for lunch. Say something. Listen, I was triggered though. Not to cut you off. I was triggered. That's number one. We're gonna keep a total count of your musical cues.
Okay, I'm gonna work on it.
I'm not saying they're a bad thing. I value them.
Oh, look at that! Look at that opposite.
I was sure.
Oh, but it's not really an opposite.
What?
You will bust that in a song in a minute, so don't do. I just doing more. This whole house is lit.
I dabble
with
and
making
dabble.
up songs.
We're getting off track. I dabble and dabble.
Okay, got it. Move on.
I do want to say something though, because listen. I'm gonna talk to y'all personally for a second here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna listen. I was triggered because I think we all can relate to. There's something about your spouse, your boo, your bae. You know who you are, your partner. When they say something or do something often, and it ain't ever really received by your counterpart, right? And then somebody else outside the house do the same thing, and they come back like, hey, babe, guess what I'm doing now? Look at my haircut. Guess what I'm into? And you just like, what?
I just tried to tell you that yesterday.
Okay. I told you for 6 years you used to start jogging, but now you watch one video.
And now you're in a run club.
No. Okay, all right.
But now that is real. It does feel some type of, but maybe you weren't their person to tell them that.
Maybe.
All right, so second myth, that relationships, they have to be hard. Or on the flip side, that they're supposed to be easy. So two heads of the coin on two opposite sides. Listen, this is what you guys gave, and we do think they were really great ones. So most people are always saying how difficult a relationship is. I mean, we have sat here and said they have. I mean, they're going to have those moments, right? Of hardness, of hard work, because two people coming together, it's not simple. But that it's pretty much a good one if it's easy. Like, what do we think on that? What's your thoughts?
Well, I think one, and I'm going to speak specifically to people who are married and say, we've got to do a better job with our marketing. We've got to do a better job. Every time you talk to a person who's married, specifically if you're single, they always hit you woo! It's hard work. Get your shovel. Get your hard hat. It's going in. I'm like, how long you been married? About 2 weeks, bro. Woo! I'm just like, what do you, like, I hear that all the time. Hard work, man. How's everything okay? Yeah, just working hard.
Or one of those like, hanging in there.
Hanging in.
Barely made it.
Got married yesterday. Okay, all right. So that's one. Two, I firmly believe that all good things require hard work. I firmly believe that. You want to be great in your dream job. You want to be a great parent. Whatever it is that you want to do, get in the best shape. Like, it's not going to be easy. So let me just kind of get that's my personal framework about this.
That's just speaking to my whole spirit.
No, I honestly believe that. Three, I think that when you are in good seasons, great pockets of your relationship, it's gonna feel easier.
Yeah.
And then when you're in different stages or different seasons, it's going to feel harder. And that could be for literally so many reasons that we don't have time to kind of break through, because everyone's going to be different. So I think that there's truth there in the myth of it has to be hard, like in all this hard work, or that good relationships are going to be easy. I think more so that, as 2020 has showed us, there's ebbs and flow, highs and lows, and things are going to tend to flow a little bit smoother when you're in a good pocket, you're in a good season, right? And then it's going to feel like more of a grind when it's a little more tension or whatever.
Right, depending on what is happening. I mean, but I think of it, I was trying to I don't know, this, the idea of like eternity, I don't know if you ever heard that metaphor, but like eternity is like this super long string and your life is like the very tip of it. Some type of way, to me, I think about that as a relationship. Like, whatever that little problem is that you have is just a little notch. But if you were to look at the whole string of your relationship, is it tainted in stress and heaviness and weightiness, and it's not going well? That's hard. And you're like, man, is it supposed to be this hard? If it feels like the majority of it is just covered with that weight. But if you've had pockets here, but you can say this over the long string of time that you feel the majority of it is good work, right? That you put it in to understand and how to love and know someone better, then that's the win, right? Like, and I can honestly say, like, in our little span of time, I say little because, I mean, someone, they tell us our demographics, but, I don't, 30 years, 40 years plus married person might be
ain't little, okay? It ain't little. I'm going to speak up.
For
15 years 12
15
years
years
married.
together. 15 years together. It's not tainted with just weight, heavy sadness. Has it been hard work? Yeah. But hard work for the pleasure and the benefit of like loving another person well, yeah, it's worth it. It's okay. So just because it's easy don't mean it's good, and just because it's hard doesn't mean it's bad. But you have to step out of it, and you want to say, holistically, how's this looking for us? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And you also just try to, in those tough times, like try to find those moments that you can cling to that does bring some type of relief, if you will. Like, because there's going to be, we've had pockets of time when things are harder than others, and then pockets of time, 6 months of bliss, ain't no fights, you know what I'm saying? We out here lovey-dovey, kissing at red lights, things are cooking, right?
6 months of bliss was like...
Hey, hold on. They don't even know everything. Now, what you about to say?
I just say it's just so funny because we referenced the 6 months of bliss.
We do,
and it was after our first little breakup.
It was, you see,
and like yeah. So we were babies, right? Like 6
sometimes
months.
you got to go through the fire to blossom. You understand what I'm saying?
We have been through 8 other fires,
but we ain't burnt. Hello.
Keep the extinguisher ready.
Stay ready. What I'm saying is just try to reflect on those times, even in those tough times, because they're going to come and they're going to go.
Right.
But yeah, if you're married, just stop saying, don't start the sentence, how's marriage? With it's hard work. Put that at the end.
Yeah,
that's
it's been good. Saying. I love them.
That's it? That's all I got for now. All right, let's keep going, man.
I like it. What's next?
Myth number 3. This one, I think, arguably, this might be the one that we saw the most consistently. So we might see how long this goes for us. But so the big umbrella is for the myth was that this person completes me, essentially. That they bring you self-worth. The myth is that... you complete me. You complete me. Right? They'll meet all your needs, right? They're responsible for your happiness. So it's just like this whole, like, almost to the point of, like, it's better to be in a relationship with this person who completes me than not type of deal. So I'm going to start with just kind of this big, is there any truth to that? Like we kind of talked about here, you complete me. Do I complete you, Katoya?
No.
That was the correct answer. That was the correct answer.
You are a part of me, and you show great value. But for my completion to be found in this guy, or for vice versa, that's pretty weak.
Fickle.
Yeah. This could be bad tomorrow. But do I love you, and do you completely add value, and am I grateful, and all of that? Absolutely. But to hold the weight of completion, it shouldn't. A relationship shouldn't have that much stake. Do you love that person, value them? Yes. But who should you love and value first? And not even like spiritual levels, just like yourself. Like I am enough independently. And I guess I really think about this one a lot because you have so many singles, and that I know we had grass is greener on the other side as a it didn't make it actually on one of the ones we were going to talk about.
That's another episode.
Oh, sorry.
That's part 2.
But it does
Teaser.
kind of overlap with this idea when you're like, this a relationship is going to be the thing that makes it for me. Just be where you are happy and who you are, building the greatest version of you independently so that you can feel more solidly instead of believing that one other person is going to be the completion.
Yeah, blossom where you're planted. I think that's definitely it. And also, definitely, just to echo what you're saying about the singles, like, and anybody in general, married or not married, single, whatever it has to be, like, everybody is their own independent, complete person.
Yeah.
Like, coming on the table, you bring your baggage, you bring your good stuff. You bring your flaws, I bring my strengths. Like, we all are bringing our whole selves with our experiences, with our backgrounds. And so that's off top, for any and everyone, regardless of where you are in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then also just I also think it's just not healthy or wise to try to put that weight on the other person. It's not going to happen. We're human. You're going to fail. I'm going to fail Katoya. Katoya's going to fail me. Just like with these expectations of like, you have to bring me the satisfaction that I'm longing for. It's like, no, I got friends. I got family. I got independent hobbies and activities.
I have to provide your happiness.
What are you talking about?
This is just a summation of all the other episodes, okay? Go get you some personal hobbies. Go find some things to do separately and together. Like, it's a partnership. And so there's no... I guess when two halves come together, they make a whole, but you're two wholes just kind of enjoying each other. I don't know how to make that. I don't have something cool for that, but like, it's a partnership, but you're both 100%. And I thought that was
Legos.
really
That's
good.
what it is. I'm not good with analogies, but that's my best one on
Huh.
top of my head. Legos, they're individually their own. They stand by themselves. You put
Okay.
them on top. You're like, look, we got a whole new thing. You take it off, they still his own self.
That's pretty good. I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Off the dome right
Yeah.
here. That's it. I had some water before I started this. No, I definitely think there is something though, especially as you continue to get married, and if those expectations are kind of unsaid,
Yeah.
right? Or if you're just in a long-term relationship, those unsaid expectations, then could just lead to frustration and tension because you don't do this and I don't do that. So like even my happiness or my value or my just kind of even getting warped up in like needs like of being unmet is like, all right, hold on. I'm kind of relying. We want to rely on each other. We want to have trust, but like, am I relying on you? Yeah, like, am I putting all my weight on her? Like, it's like I tried to jump on Katoya back one time, but it didn't go well.
I wouldn't go. Well.
I don't need to put all my
Don't do
weight
that.
on her. She don't even like for me just to put my leg on her. We had a whole.
At nighttime.
That's it.
I had to end up being like, huh.
She said it felt like my whole body. I
It
want
is
to
true,
pause
it's
here for a
true.
moment to be clear what you're saying.
Yeah, so what I am saying is no whole weight. It is true. You lean a little, not a lot of weight. And that is metaphorically and physically, actually speaking. But no, it's true. You have to have your own you have to be empowered and encouraged in your own self first, knowing that you bring value to the table. A lot of people I don't feel like realize that as much until they step, we just can't realize things in the moment. Not until you step out of something like you're like, oh, I am good. I am.
Right.
I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Because you treated me poorly. Now I fully understand my worth. Don't wait to have to go through that to know that you are enough or more than enough. So a relationship only should add value, but it shouldn't be the completion. And because what's going to happen is ultimately you're just chasing after certain completions, and then go like, oh, the only next completion is children. Oh, the next completion is who knows, whatever,
Right.
a job. Like we all
Right.
kind of try to feel these completion moments, but a relationship is not going to be the completion for anything.
You already complete. Bang. What's next?
All right, next up, happy wife, happy life.
Listen.
I agree with it. I don't walk around saying it, but I do think there's some truth in
What's
it.
the truth? What's the truth in it?
Truth is,
Happy wife,
it just
happy life.
rhymes. I mean, what do you want to say for a man? You keep your man happy.
Happy man, happy land.
Sure, I don't know, something like that. It's just Damon hates stuff like this. First of all, okay, because this is a myth he added. All right, this ain't even one y'all gave. He like, oh yeah, this one I really like. I'm putting it down.
You ain't gotta let the people
I did
in
want
behind
him to
the
know.
scenes.
I did, because Damon hates those things like keep like a man is anchored down hard, or you have to make the wife happy. He don't like any sexism type stuff. No, it's true.
No,
you don't.
it's true. I also don't like it with kids. Like I don't like your little girl to be like, queen of the castle, sassy princess runs this. You don't run nothing. Get your study nose in that bed. So that's true. It goes top to bottom. So what I'll say is this. I think it is a good idea, and I think the intentions are good behind it. Let me be clear. I want Couture to be happy. I want to try to do as much as I can to bring her joy. However,
Went up in one.
this family of 5 is not going to survive if Couture is happy, but everybody else is miserable. That's not going to be okay.
That is true.
She's just out here living her best life.
But see, that's the worst end of that myth, because essentially what you're also saying is, if she's happy, everybody's going to be happy. Because the wife is also going to be looking out to make sure that everybody else is happy. You took it as we're miserable because she's happy.
That's the way most people take it. Because most times when I see it,
Yes.
in lame sitcoms or lame media,
Somebody's giving up
the
something
husband
just so
is
that the
just
wife
this
is happy.
mope who, when she leaves, he don't know how to cut on the oven. The kids are running around, so he's like, "Well, here's some roses, and you want me to rub your feet? Happy wife, happy life. I need you in my life." I'm like, "You ain't Fred Flintstone. Live your life, man. You got a degree. I'm a little frustrated. This frustrates me a little bit.
I ain't gonna say that. He hates something like this.
I just want to be clear about the myth. I don't have a better rhythm. I don't have a better analogy right now. We can run with happy wife for life, but it's only the
no.
cup
I
is half
get it.
full.
I mean, it's true. Everybody needs to be happy, but there's always pull.
Yes,
Yeah.
always.
So, but yeah, everybody needs to be happy, and a wife should also be saying happy husband. What was it? Happy man, happy land.
That's it. Put that on a shirt. Somebody put that on a shirt.
That's the best thing we came up with today. Can you think for a second?
Huh?
Happy man.
Happy man, happy land.
Anything else we got?
Happy
okay, if y'all got a
husband.
better suggestion,
Yeah, let us know. Let
if
us
you
know.
some type of better these idioms,
Idioms,
I don't know,
phrase.
saying phrases that people say, because I do think too. Well, it's probably something to do with sex for men for sure. I just talked to friends the other day, just saying how when they put it down, their husbands are just like,
What? We gonna get to that.
They're way more compliant, is what I understand, and or willing, or
open to
open
just whatever.
to, yes, especially like right after someone said. I'm just saying.
So we got to dig deep.
We can talk about the power.
Look, we gotta. I'm gonna go to break on this. So anyway, those are again, happy wife, happy life. I'm for it. But the cup is half full. That's what we're saying.
Yeah. No, it's fair. It's fair. I guess like my take right now is that it's just like a stereotype, right? Like there's small hints of truth that have built the idea, but when you take it and you fully run with it 100%, then that's why they have such negative connotations.
I like stereotypes.
Yeah. You like stereotypes?
I do.
You probably shouldn't say that.
No, I mean this. Let me be clear. You can't end an episode like that. I mean, I think 100% agree with what you're saying.
There's a bit of truth.
It's
just like a joke, right?
It's like a joke.
Yeah, there's
truth in it.
Is that you're good? You're true. There's a hint of truth in there. You trying to make me laugh, but you kind of believe that, I just think the same thing around.
Black people like watermelon. That is true.
Yeah, for maybe a majority.
But then when you blow it out of proportion, when you happy wife, happy life, when you blow it out of proportion, it's like, oh, this is no longer good.
Yeah, it's true. Right. It's true.
Happy wife, happy. We're going to talk about that, though. Who is his friend? We're going to talk about that after the show. But listen, that's it. Then we got through 4. That was good. 3?
Yeah,
4. We got through a bunch. We got through a couple.
If you got more, let us know.
Please
talk back to us. I want to shout this out. I've had a couple people who just kind of reached out and they're like, Katoya, we just feel like we're having a conversation with y'all. Yes, that is exactly what we are trying to do. And it is still semi one way, but that's okay. So we need you and we want you to make sure that you're coming back and having that dialogue with us. So do that through social media. Do that through Patreon. Thank you. Please make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your mama, tell your friends, tell everybody. Hit us up on YouTube, on Spotify, on Instagram, on Facebook. Literally every place your thumb is scrolling.
You got it.
You can find us.
Bang.
Thank you for listening to Sum It Up with the Sumners.
See you.